I'm just gonna assume it's this one since you also joined the Setons.
Yep.
Yes, it was. In that case, let's see.
Oh, that was my expansion days.
Okay, so the live replay thingy just updates every 15 minutes ish. Good to
Okay.
know. Wait. Air players starting with land. Land. Everyone on this team starting with land.
You should probably
Land.
also introduce the players,
Land.
if this is gonna be a cast.
No, I am definitely not gonna do that. Right. Although, fine, if you want to do that. Apparently everyone went land first, which is gonna make it a lot easier. Yellow, we have Pyroka on, I don't know which teams, I don't have Supreme Scoreboard, I'm just going bottom left. Followed by...
You can just say that top team is team 1 and bottom team is team 2.
Sure, whatever.
That's the classic, and...
Bottom team, whatever. I'm just starting with bottom team. Patsy K92, going Cybran on the rock position, and Gulmo going mid on the as Cybran, and the Big C, you are going Cybran as Speech. On the other team, we have Gachi Fingers on air as Aeon. Give me a second. Kalsa as Cybran on Beach. Bombard on land as Cybran, and Inhibitor of Pain. The fuck, why? As Seraphim on Rock. Well, let's see how they get on. As said, they all
there's a lot
started
of
land.
nukes.
Well, by then Party saying this.
Still can't pronounce it properly.
Still can't pronounce it properly. Well, the usual, the land players go mid, with Golmo going mid earlier, far earlier than Bombard, who just now started moving. Now then...
Oh god, there are a lot of nukes.
Well, there are a lot of nukes to come. It's weird you still being in the game while I'm starting to cast it. Also, it feels weird casting the game.
Maybe you can actually just release that as separate video on your channel.
Probably not.
I'd even be ready to cut that for you in that case.
Well, if you say that, I might just hand you the stream bot and see what you can do with that.
Yeah.
Also, I changed my beverage from beer to... damn it, I don't know what it's pronounced. Give me a second. That's not what I was searching for.
Oh,
apparently, Google Translate just translates it to apple liquor, so sure, whatever. I'm not gonna ask any
apple
questions.
liquor?
Well, Bratapfellikör. Apparently, maybe baked apple liquor? I have no idea. Apparently, liqueur just translates to liquor. Just don't question it. Bombard, apparently, yeah, reaching the middle at almost the same time as Galmo, with just a slight difference. Let's see who starts first, but also Galmo has a lot more of a land army pushing forward, while Bombard has a lot more of a land army pushing forwards, while Galmo only has a single scout sitting in the back, not doing anything, maybe preventing run-bys. Both of both of them just reclaiming those nice wrecks in the middle as per usual. And some air scouts out from Pyroka, which isn't something you usually see from an air player. Wait, he built a separate air factory just to spam out scouts.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He built his factory. Well, yes, it's his only air factory. He started land. Never mind. I'm stupid. Bombard already queued up all his max upgrades, while Gachi Fingers only queued up 2, and well, he already finished 1, sitting on 1 T2 max, while Pyroka is still sitting on fully T1 maxes, not even fully claimed his T1 maxes. And now the land units for both land players reach the middle. And of course also Patsy K92 just dropped his island almost the same time as Inhibitor of Pain did. And
I didn't even bother with trying to deny that drop. I didn't think that I would be able
some
to do
shots
so.
being exchanged, but Galmo kinda seems like he ran out of reclaim. Never mind, there is still some reclaim to be had, though he is kinda dipping into the enemy side of the reclaim. But also he has more units directly on the front to fend off those 2 or 3 intruding mantis. But now he's also getting his fair share of mantis attacking his comm, and down goes the radar for Bombard, who is just still slurping up his second Salem rack and going on to the third. And let's see, some inties out for the top left corner on
I'd say
both
you're doing
sides.
a good job casting this.
I have no idea what I'm doing, and it's gonna remain that way, and I'm probably gonna miss some deaths. How many people died up?
By some of the statements that casters like Willow make in their casts, they don't really have an idea either, so...
Either way, Patsy is diligently claiming his maxes, while Inhibitor of Pain is still struggling to get his third max claimed. And Patsy just claimed his final max. Also, Patsy has some T1 bombers out to... I don't know what they are up to. I'm guessing those are just gonna... Yeah, those are just gonna sit in the corner and do nothing for now. And while we wait now for something to happen, apparently Inhibitor of Pain just started building 2 naval factories with 4 more queued, starting with building some frigates and subs at the same time. And there are already 3 naval factories out for the Big C, who may or may not have spotted it or just preemptively built naval factories. Also,
I'm gonna throw some light on it. I built them preemptively.
Alright, fair point. Also, Patsy is building his second naval factory, with his first one being paused, since apparently he doesn't see any necessity, since his enemy doesn't have any naval factory to deal with. Until now. And first naval factory out for Kalsa, who just starts building 2 frigates. Wait, I just noticed I can see clearly what the build queue is. Nice. So yeah, apparently Inhibitor of Pain is just doing single unit build queues for his factories, which, to be fair, makes them kind of predictable in when their units come out. And there's a drop of some Zuis out from Inhibitor of Pain, and they are gonna drop... Give me a second, misclicking 3 times, and they are gonna drop just in the base of Galmo.
Oh wait, those actually dropped. Good to know.
Yay, they actually dropped, and the air transport just sits there doing nothing.
Because I know there was a second transport that definitely didn't drop, or more than just a second one, but...
All the while, Galmo is just heavily pushing into the base of Bombard, and apparently now has overrun his front production, or is running into his front production facility, while there are already some hoplites out for Bombard with a T2 land factory, with only the T2 land HQ up. On the other hand, Galmo does not have T2 of any kind up until now, so that's gonna be fun. Eco-wise, let's have a look. Supreme Scoreboard would be really nice about that, but
Supreme Scoreboard doesn't work on running games.
well, shit. Scratch that, I guess. Either way, highest eco in the game is currently Karza, sitting on almost full T2 maxes, and two of them half capped. Followed by Gachi Fingers, who, as an air player, definitely has time to eco up and has some capped maxes, or half capped T2 maxes. Also, Galmo is also doing his best by just, I'm guessing, reclaiming a shit ton. Yes, he is definitely reclaiming a shit ton, so... And he is also building hunters. Which, to bolster your unit count, isn't a bad choice, I guess.
Yeah.
And let's have another look at what else is going on. So far, not much happening in Navy. The Big C is still sitting on 4 naval factories, but Galmo just finished his first naval factory, dipping his toes into the South Pond, while Inhibitor of Pain just finished his... Okay, fine, he didn't just finish it, but he finished his six naval factories and is just spamming out shit. With no T2 in sight, but I mean, it's only 10 minutes in. At that point also, both air players, I'm assuming, have reached T3. Well, no, not exactly. Pyroka is still sitting on T2 and is working 80%-ish, 90%-ish on his T3 upgrade. God, I really don't envy the casters that do this regularly. I just... Ah.
You're doing fine.
I'm doing fine, but I'm not used to talking this much at once. Also, all those hunters going up against an equal amount of mantis are not doing well as Bombard's combat just blabs them away with one shot. Okay, fine, he didn't even get a shot off. And the first ASF are out for Gachi Fingers, just circling overhead, while Pyroka is still kinda trying... Okay, fine, he finished his first T3 NG, and is probably now going to... hello? What are you gonna do? He hasn't set the build order for his T3 PGM yet. Well, also apparently Bombard has just landed T1 air scouts in the middle of Galmo's space without him noticing. But Galmo has now...
Oh crap, this is looking really
just
bad
built some T2
for my team.
NGs to just help with all that. And here comes the Big C, just helping out in the middle with some nice navy, as Galmo dies and Big C loses all of his navy. And there's
Not
another...
gonna be last time, just saying.
Alright, that's not gonna be the last time, how nice. And there goes Inhibitor of Pain just aborting another drop, just as he notices some frigates, and he continues as the frigates move away. But he also has way more navy now that the Big C has thrown away his navy. And...
I didn't want to throw away, I tried to help.
You tried to help, but in the end it didn't really matter. Either way, Pyroka inherited the base, and, well, those T1 bombers are not doing much, and overall, let's see how this goes. Rhino's coming out. Okay, fine, a Rhino coming out. But Bombard now has the initiative of just running through without any defenses directly opposing him. And Inhibitor of Pain is in a similar position with his navy, although the Big C already has T2 navy out with his first sub-hunter just lurking in the middle of nowhere waiting to be used. And here they move. And also he almost has his first destroyer out. Let's see how far it gets and how damaged it gets until this little force is dispatched. And the North Navy, still as peaceful as when the game started, though a little bit of a navy building on both sides. Still, as far as I can, never mind. Patsy has T2 and Kalsa has more T1 factories. Just a few, like 3 more T1 factories. And there goes a factory for Pyroka, and also Big C's T2 factory, T2 HQ is now under fire. But he has his destroyer out, so that's a nice thing. Though I am not sure how well it will do against this amount of frigates. I would guess maybe 12 or 13. And Gachi Fingers now has undisputed air superiority with his ASF just sweeping into the middle of the enemy base and squatting down some enemy units. And the Big C just lost his T2 HQ. That's gonna put a big dent into his naval capabilities, if not lock him out of Navy completely, as he loses 2 more factories. And Inhibitor of Pain is also just collecting some more T1 units. As far as I can tell, there's no T2 in the works as of yet. But who needs T2 if you can just overwhelm your enemy with a mass amount of T1 units, I guess, as it seems. Though I'm gonna guess that
I can very soon join you in casting because this game isn't gonna last that much longer.
very well. Either way, that T1 sub, T2 sub, never mind, is definitely gonna get maybe a 1 or 2 ranks of vet of those frigates. Probably 1 rank of vet, as it's already that close. And apparently Bombard stopped moving in on the land as Pyroka has built up a noticeable force of rhinos, which just means like 9 or 10. But it's enough to deal with any incoming units, as well as, never mind, yep, as well as 6 Cerberus that would definitely do something against some incoming T1 and T2 units. And here goes a naval battle for the north, with probably quite... Nope, no frigates going down yet, but a few T1 subs just attacking a group of... A few T1 subs by Kalsa just attacking a few of Patsy's units, with him just being left with 1 T1 sub. If that one goes down, those frigates are kinda defenseless against those subs. If not for the fact that there's a mermaid in the group that has... Oh wait, I completely missed out on the Salem. Yes, okay, fine. Not defenseless at all.
Okay,
And
the game finished. I'm out of the game, so I'm just gonna plus 10 to the point you're in stream, and
alright, yeah.
so I can.
Either way, the Big C valiantly defending his comrades' naval factories with his subs and single frigate, while stopping to build navy altogether from his 2 naval factories.
I forgot to put the production on them. Yeah.
And
because I was busy microing the subs.
alright. ASF slowly producing from Pyroka, who does not have a T3 PGen, and only 1 T3, and only his T3 Air HQ. But he is getting T2 in kinda the middle of the island, sure. And Inhibitor of Pain is just pounding down on those naval factories, tearing down Pyroka's T2 naval HQ and another T1 naval factory, and probably also the last T1 naval factory of Pyroka. And with that, Pyroka is out of the navy with only a single Barracuda remaining. Though that single Barracuda will get its worth, considering that the attacking force is only comprised of frigates that are completely defensive to submarines.
Yeah, I mean, considering the fact that my force also consists of 2 T1 subs and a Barracuda at that point.
And Gatchy Fingers now having his ASF just circling over here, no threat in sight, while Bombard is scouting with some T1 units.
And I reached the 10-minute mark.
And Patsy has moved in with his navy to put some pressure on Khalsa, though he has stopped and reconsidered apparently, since there is a comparable force out for Khalsa, so that might not go as well as planned. But we'll have to see, since the units started moving again, and it's Cybran versus Cybran on this flank. Also Khalsa with his T3 sonar just sitting somewhere where he can probably see up until here, maybe? Wait, no, T3 sonar goes up until here, so he can probably see everything in the top pond. But what he can't...
around 18 minutes right now, right?
18, 51, 52, 53. Anyway, okay. Patsy is just now being surrounded by frigates from Khalsa and slowly losing one frigate after the other and getting heavy fire into a single Salem by two Salems of Khalsa. So there goes that little raid by Patsy, and the last remaining unit, that little sliver, is just dead. Well, that sliver of hope just died, and with that, Patsy just lost his attacking navy and left a nice big chunk of reclaim. I don't have advanced reclaim info, but I'm sure it's gonna be like 2 or 3k reclaim on the doorstep of Khalsa.
I can also give you the eco info for the 60-minute mark. Team 1, that's the team in the top, is at 516 or 500 eco around there, and the bottom team is at around 430 eco for mass income.
Thank you. At least one of us has a Supreme Scoreboard, and Paroka just finished his T3 upgrade. And here comes a new force of T1 units just raiding the South Pond from Inhibitor of Pain, who still hasn't oh wait, no. He has in fact built a T2 naval factory and is queuing up to already skip T2 Navy at all and jump straight to T3 Navy. Well, that's gonna be interesting.
I wouldn't say that, because there's a lot of T2 Navy that is still gonna come out from him.
Yeah, but so far he has his T2 Navy HQ 90% to T3 and not a single T2 naval unit out from his base.
Fair enough.
While the navy for Khalsa is still building up, and Patsy is trying to keep up. With Pyroka helpfully just spamming T1 scouts to see what's going on in the top navy. But also Khalsa seems to be... Never mind. Gatchy Fingers just turned back after noticing some other units from the Big C. But he has the superior ASF count, so if it comes down to an airfight, it's gotta be down to the one with the better micro, I guess.
I'm coming close to... I'm soon to catch up on with you.
21-27.
Yep, I'm on 21-9, 21-10, 21-20. I think that's good enough.
Yeah, I guess good enough. 21-40.
Yeah, okay, I think I can try to get to probably 50.
You can open the stream delay info and just kinda toy around with that, and maybe that works.
I'm gonna stop at 22 minutes.
Alright, fine. 22 now.
Yep.
So with that, there seems to be not much going on. Bombard has just kinda turtled up in the middle of the island, of the land bridge, which North Navy has not really interacted much with that, but the Big C is now throwing shells from 3 Salems into that, so that base might not last that long. And starting Raz out from Kalsa, who decided, yeah, Raz is the right thing to do after going 3 T3 P-gens and kinda carrying the power consumption of the whole team, I'm guessing. Well, maybe not since the air grid. Yep, that is definitely a considerable air grid, and in opposition to that, we have Pyroka, who still only has a single T3 Air HQ
Check the
building
middle, or
ASF.
check the cluster of 3.
Alright, I am blind, he did start an air grid in the middle.
And ignit, ingibible,
Inhibitor of
light red,
pain.
light red, whatever. I can't
Yeah,
pronounce that name.
he is sending another bunch of frigates just to die, I guess.
No, I wanted to say that he finished his C3 Naval HQ and built right a second T2 Naval HQ, right next to it.
Oh shit, yes, indeed he did. No, yeah. He built a T2 HQ after his T3 HQ. Well, no one's gonna steal his T2 now.
Yes.
Not even
Well, I
those
mean,
air
it's right
scouts.
next to it, so.
Yeah, either way, now there's a cruiser out, right, fitting for that Yachtsu. I'm guessing he's building one Yachtsu, two battleships as far as I can see, out of his T3 HQ, and two destroyers and a cruiser out of his T2 HQ, with a variety mix of. Wait, no, that T2 naval yard is upgrading to T1 naval yard is upgrading to T2. God damn it! And the naval battle is going kinda as predicted. The Big C losing a few units, but Inhibitor of Pain losing the majority of his strike force, and yeah.
Since battle shit counters worse shit.
If it comes down to similar amount of eco and similar numbers, yes it does. Mostly. Not always, since, DPS, mass for mass, DPS wise, Mech Marines are the best, right?
Right.
Okay, fine, not the best, but incredibly good, but also low range and paper armor and stuff. And Pyroka decided, yeah, sure, let's just take all those scouts and let them converge on the air player to see what's going on. Though there are some aircraft carriers out for Kalsa, who decided to just upgrade all of his factories to T3, building some nuke subs, and yes, that is indeed a T3 HQ. It is not the only one though, so that ping was kinda redundant. He is building multiple nuke subs and multiple Galaxy class battleships. Well, battleships without any support don't do that well, but also if you can spam out battleships, you're on a good point. And Kalsa currently is sitting on 400 eco, mostly probably due to. Yes, he built some res. He definitely built some res. No, wait, he didn't build res shit. He just built full mass fabs around his maxes and is now starting a mass fab grid as well as res boys that haven't finished
eco
yet.
update is the top team is around 200 mass ahead of the south team with 1.1k mass.
I would guess as much, with Kalsa being ahead of his contemporary by about 180-ish. Okay, fine, 160-ish
Also the
points.
highest. Also has the highest eco for a single base.
Scratch that,
I can't. Eco per base.
I can't count. It's 260-ish. So yeah, he's sitting on the highest eco after Pyroka, who
is double base.
Yes, after Pyroka, who is double base, and has he built? He doesn't have a quantum gateway, but
Monkey Lord out from Pasek.
Pasek, yep. Also, Pasek is building a missile launcher. He is building a nuke. Well,
right. Yes.
Good thing to counter those nuke subs that aren't even remotely finished. Well, that one's kind of close, but yeah, he finished the Monkey Lord and is Where's that going? I'm guessing it's gonna just walk over. Nope, nope. It's just gonna try to get to the middle of this little core mass grid, to the core maxes of Khalsa, and cause some destruction with the like 150-ish mass that this gives or something.
Light Red finished his battleship
All right,
and is crushing my navy with it because I don't have T3 navy up yet.
yeah, but also there are Yathzus out for Pyroka, who is not microing them. Well, is he microing them at max range? I have no idea, but 4 Yathzus beat a single Yahtzu, and that battleship just noticed that and as well and just does a quick U-turn because holy shit, yeah, I'm not engaging with that. And the Big C comes in with a nice strike of some torpedo bombers. Taking the battleship down to half health, it's gonna die momentarily before it reaches anything useful. And here comes the air for Gatchy Fingers.
Yes. You're still a bit ahead of me, but yeah.
28-11.
I can only go to up to +2 anyway because my CPU isn't gonna do much more, so...
Yeah, you got... Your CPU kinda needs an upgrade, but...
Yeah.
That entails a completely new PC because your power supply can't handle a better CPU.
Exactly.
Anyway. And there are some nuke subs out for Khalsa just sitting there, and I don't know if they are building nukes or not, but they are sitting there.
What time you at?
Menacingly. 28-48.
Okay.
And cruisers for Inhibitor of Pain just trying to target anything navy-wise that stands still, but guess what? It gets targeted by... My game just froze? Hello? Shit.
I think someone might have disconnected.
You think that breaks... that breaks... Shit.
Might break the live replay.
Alright,
So much for the cast.
so much for the cast live-wise, but since the Big C volunteered to stitch this together in post, we'll be right back.
Right, yeah.
And we're back, kinda. 27 minutes 40. And we're back to the point where the destroyer, where the battleship for Inhibitor of Pain gets kinda mobbed by torp bombers and is fleeing from, alright, not 4 but 5 Zeus. I apparently miscounted earlier. Anyway, here come the ASF for Gatchy Fingers again, and I think somewhere around this point was where it kinda gave out on me before. I'm guessing Galmo left. Maybe it was the air fight. It was the air fight that's incoming between Pyroka and Gatchy Fingers. Never mind, it's not actually... Okay, fine. Pyroka just turned and... Is it happening? Is it not happening? Come on, give me something. There was no air fight.
Well, there is gonna be one because I'm frozen on the frame where the air fight is basically decided.
Alright, fine.
2940, basically.
Alright, I'm still sitting at 2850. Either way, North Pond is completely stagnant. Everyone's just sitting there, doing nothing, building more stuff.
Light Red started spamming Suis.
Yes, the kinda meme typical Zui spam out for the Seraphim player, guess what? And top bombers coming in from Bombard, who decided he had enough of Big C's navy.
And there's the airfight incoming.
And there's the airfight that Big C was just teasing. And yeah. Those turns are I'm one to judge air turns, right? Those turns for Pyroka aren't looking too hot, and he is definitely gonna lose this air fight. And with that, but also he surfaced his Yatsus for this little bit of extra AA, since Yatsu AA is actually quite useful. But
I
yeah,
wouldn't call it a little bit of Yatsu AA because, yeah, it's actually quite powerful.
it's 7 Yatsus and they have kinda powerful AA. I know. Either way, he lost his air fight, losing all of his ASF, leaving Gachi Fingers with only 153 ASF left. A
And
few of
holy
which
shit, that's
remained
a
at the
lot
base.
of T1 naval factories.
Indeed it is. Apparently, Inhibitor of Pain returns to his earlier assessment of just fuck over any naval fuck over any naval enemy with just way more T1 navy. Drown the enemy in the blood of our soldiers. And it seems, I don't know, it seems maybe to be working. There's not much happening, and those factories are just producing some frigates, some subs, and he has upgraded some more of his factories, one of which is also an HQ, and another just a normal T2 factory.
I just
Oh,
realized how many build beams I actually have on my T3 naval HQ.
yes, that is
Holy shit.
indeed a not a lot of support, since all those NGs are idle for me. So
I
that,
think they're gonna get that order any moment now.
alright, fine. Either way, Pyroka also building some stuff out of his new T3 Naval HQ. I'm guessing it's just more Yatsu, since that has proven to be effective. And is that I'm guessing that's a Ras Seku. That is a Ras Seku to reclaim the bottom of the ocean out from Khalsa. And what a feast! There is quite a few wrecks to reclaim, especially that battleship wreck.
And again, the Cormorants are coming in and mopping up my navy.
Not yet, not yet. For me, they
Where
are
are you
still
at? What
uh
what time do you have?
3051. They are still sitting at the corner and collecting dust until
Oh, I'm
they
a
can
whole minute
collect
ahead
it.
of you. Sorry for the spoilers.
Yeah. Either way, all those
Are you at
yeses.
+1? Or at +0?
I'm stupid. I'm at -4 because I just dragged it way down. I'm now at 31 minutes exactly.
Ah, that explains why I'm a minute ahead.
Don't mind me just being stupid. Now the cormorants went into motion to mop up, and the yeses now. Did they surface? Did they not surface? They didn't surface. Also, Yatsus are notoriously bad against Zuis, since they float and are invulnerable to torpedoes. And down goes a Salem. I think that was a bit of overkill, and the next Salem is gonna go down to some destroyer fire out from Inhibitor of Pain. And the Cormorants just returned for their second pass on some more Salems. Also some nice air cover by Gotcha Fingers, while the North Pond is still completely static, with a slightly increase in number of units. And now we are up to 7 nuke subs from Khalsa, which might be fine, might not be fine. Either way, the Liberator from Patsy is still far from being loaded. I'm guessing, yep, he is mass stalling. He must either have ignored the fact that the load times for those things are incredibly slow if you're mass stall. Oh, he just started assisting it. Maybe that will help a bit. Or he just can't help his mass stall. Either way, all those Suis are the only thing that remain, and they are gonna tear apart all those pesky naval units from the Big Sea, since, well, those
Still
Yatsus can't do a whole much, and that battleship isn't gonna do a lot as well. And here comes some here comes some restorers out from Gotcha Fingers. A whole, give me a second, a whole 31 restorers. Well, that's a nice force to mop up what's left.
Monkey
Though
out from Paroka at the front.
Paroka finished the monkey. Give me
and
where
is working on a second one right away.
he finished one, built a second, is building a second, and it's just sitting there doing nothing. On that topic,
And
the monkey from Patsy is just Patzik is just making landfall and has already destroyed its first T3 naval factory, going for the second. And
just about to mention that.
There goes the second. It already killed some mass fabs and going for a T3 max.
The Restorer Cloud in the south just mopped up my navy.
Yep, that last that battleship and maybe last destroyer, I didn't keep count of what was there, just decided, nope, I have enough, taken enough fire, and yeah, all those hives being put to use to spam up Cerberus turrets in like 2 seconds flat to take out that Monkey Lord with surprising haste, and some T1
and there
bombers
are
for
the
good
Galaxies
measure.
coming in to assist with the bombardment.
Yes, the Galaxy class battleships are now just laying fire into the Monkey Lord as well, which is
close going down,
close to its second rank of vet, but yeah, first HQ goes down, leaving only the southern HQ, but also still quite a few T3 naval factories. And here comes another rat's worth of units out from Inhibitor of Pain, and would you look at that, almost all of it is T1, with just, I can see a single Yatsu in the mix. Oh wait, and there's a destroyer and a cruiser. Alright, fine. Maybe a couple more than just T1 units, but still mostly T1 units.
The northern Monkey Lord is dead.
It is dead and ready to reclaim. A whole... Oh, that's a huge mistake out from Kalsa. That is a definitely huge mistake out from Kalsa. He had his battleships ground fire the Monkey Lord, and now it's down to 820 reclaim, which actually isn't a whole lot to get out of a Monkey Lord.
Yes.
So yeah,
that's the best possible result he could have asked for.
It's the best possible result for the southern team.
Yes.
Since the Monkey Lord was gonna die anyway, and most of those hastily spammed up PD have already been reclaimed since they have served their purpose.
The naval push from Red is quickly getting dealt with by the T2 and T3 Navy.
All naval units are quickly dissipating due to the amount of torpedoes, the sheer amount of torpedoes being lobbed by those Yatsus. But and battleships, but also there is still the big amount of Zuis that are just slowly advancing and that need to be mopped up before this is resolved. Also, there is already the next attack force accumulating. And now there are some T1 bombers out for Kalsa, just trying to do something about the side island on the left, but encountering T2 static encountering T2 static AA, which may or may not be making short work of those T1 bombers. Well, let's have a look.
Roka just finished his second monkey and they are both moving.
Alright, both monkeys are... Well, it's moving, but not very far. And those T1 bombers have done some damage, though nothing noticeable, and they are slowly dissipating.
On the note of T1 bombers, the Suis are dealing quite a bit of damage, and there are some Suis now coming in from me.
Yes, there are some Suis. coming in, landing in the middle of the ocean, being idle, and then just mopping up the Suis since they are kinda exposed. Where's the Air Force from Gatchy Fingers? Well, it's patrolling over the middle of the island. And there are some Cormorants out from Bombard, now pushing into the North Navy, trying to destroy the push from Patsik with with some additional Cormorants out from Casa. I'm definitely not made for casting. And the Big C is now pushing into the collecting force of Inhibitor of Pain with his Barracudas, but yeah, it's due for hasty retreat after encountering some pushback from quite a few torpedo-capable units. So the better target now apparently are the Zakus that are having a field day reclaiming and building torp launchers. Well, that's
Not any
not
torp
good.
launchers, harms.
They are building harms, and the Cormorant force is now also dealing with the Yastus from Pyroka that have collected in the South Pond, and doing so with varying effectivity, I guess, since they are surfaced and laying and firing back at those pesky torp bombers. And the Monkey Lords are now on the move. Twin pair of Monkey Lords. Both undamaged, both with some damage done, and there is a nuke out. There's a nuke out. From where? Finally, the nuke for Patsik has loaded and is already kinda 35-40%-ish to its next target. Where is it going? Where is it going? I can see the line. It's going for the base of Inhibitor of Pain, who has a T3P gen and no anti-nuke. There's no anti-nuke. It's gonna land. What a surprise. And those Monkey Lords were forced into the water by Gatchy Fingers, who just had some restorers waiting for anything. And guess what? Even underwater, they aren't safe because torp bombers are just pouring more damage into them. First one already down below 10k HP, and the second one also now almost dead, and it's dead. Probably fourth target. Yep, first monkey.
Just moved them up at should have just moved them up the land bridge.
I guess he should have, but also there would have been all those restorers waiting that would have probably done a similar amount of damage. So actually no use, since he doesn't have air superiority and his ASF are just collecting dust in front of his air grid.
And with this amount of restorers, there isn't a way of having air superiority.
That as well. That means, well, that went nowhere, and now there are two Monkey Lord Rex just sitting there. Either way, all that was left here is now dead, bringing Inhibitor of Pain down to 254 eco, more or less. I'm guessing there's some reclaiming going on, as per usual. And yes, South Pond definitely has had some major fights, but also, hey Big C, why aren't you reclaiming? There's literally...
Because I didn't think of reclaiming in the moment because I was busy dealing with shit.
Because
I was also having problems actually spending the mass I had at times.
That you weren't in this moment. And there's literal thousands of reclaim within grasp, but oh well, they go unclaimed for now, and probably quite a bit longer. But also the same goes for North Navy, where there is also quite a bit of reclaim that just goes away as untapped potential, and Also, I'm guessing those are air scouts and stuff, just laying around the base of Get Your Fingers. Overall, probably another 2k reclaim to grab and going untapped. And
To the
there go.
south, Pyroka is also building a lot of T3 naval yachts.
He is building a lot. He is indeed building a lot of tier 3 naval yards, and if I can see that correctly, give me a second. Those are, yes, those are all building yachts. So he has decided T3 subs are superior to anything that can be done against them, but now there is a mass of T1 bombers and top bombers out from Khalsa, just trying to deal with the sheer amount of yachts collecting, as well as some navy, as the navy from Big C. But Pyroka has not been idle, since he definitely can't gain air control with his ASF alone. Which, what are the ASF counts? It's 267 for Pyroka against 253 for Gachi Fingers, as well as some 68. Ooh, yeah. 68 restorers. Yeah, that would definitely require a whole lot of miracle-like micro to be actually useful. Either way, Pyroka has seen this and decided going with Sams on the border is a nice idea, and it most definitely is. But also, Bombard has decided, yeah, that sounds like a good idea, but you know what?
Strategic launch detected.
I wasn't gonna say that, but harms also seem like a fun idea to have on the border, since that discourages any navy. And that is a static nuke out from Bombard. Going where? Going for the south, for those south maxes of the Big C. And the second nuke was the nuke from Patrick, who just fired. Where? He has fired on the exact opposite. What a surprise! Two nukes coming out within a couple of seconds of each other, heading for the exactly mirrored target. What a nice pattern.
To be fair, I didn't lose much eco because my maxes down there was 32.
Yeah, opposing to that, there are three T3 maxes. T3 maxes with mass fabs sitting here for Khalsa that are now going to die, as well as quite a few e-storages that just died as well. But he already has some Zakus on the way to mob up to reclaim what is rightfully his, or he perceives as such. And the restorers from Gachi Fingers finally decided it would be time to take out the left island and take it out of the hands of Patsy, and yeah, make them maybe his own, maybe not. There's no transport to follow up, so it's probably just destruction for now. Either way, with that air cover of ASF, it's not really a viable option to do something about that, I guess. Patrick currently with his own ASF circling over a now destroyed battleship and within the firing range of quite a few enemy units. And here comes the first naval and the second naval nukes. Where are they headed? They are headed for the base of Patrick, who has a loaded anti-nuke.
Wait,
and the base of Pyroka, who doesn't have an anti-nuke, but the nuke has to cross over the range of this anti-nuke, as far as I can tell. Well, there's no anti-nuke to be seen here, as far as I can tell, and also, did I see that correctly? There's a couple more nukes. Well, I guess we're down to carpet nuking. For example, the Agrid. Well, that anti-nuke is built, but loaded at 0%, unloaded at 0%. So
there's also one right in the airgrid that should be loaded 2 or 3 times by that point.
It is in fact loaded 2 times, so that nuke will not land. That nuke did land. taking out 4 maxes with, I'm guessing, 43 maxes with mass fabs, considering that's the state of maxes all around there.
Strategic launch
And
We are
probably
also
some,
looking at 2.2k eco on team 1 and 1.7k on team 2. Team
and
1 being the top team.
2 more nukes being poured into the air grid. 3 more nukes being poured into the air grid. Well, there's only 1 more anti-nuke left, so this air grid will die.
So
Wait,
that's
no.
how that how those nukes landed.
Wait,
I was
no.
wondering
One of
that.
them was aimed for Patzik, who has 90% of his anti-nuke loaded, but not in time. And
Right.
there he goes. There he goes. He evacuated his comm just in time, but his base had to die. And one of those got caught by the anti-nuke, the other didn't. And up goes the air grid for Paroka, leaving only 3 air factories and his HQ left to kinda do something about this death ball of restorers that is slowly spiraling out of control. Though I think we have crossed the line of being controllable far, far in the past. And that's just an Omni given to Getchy Fingers, because as an air player he obviously has way more. Ooh. Now, that was a nice synchronized roll-off on all those air factories. All those air factories have a nice synchronized roll-off, which I really appreciate that. It looks really nice having them all roll off simultaneously. And Patzik decided, yeah, fuck it, I don't have a base. Might as well go telesnipe someone out there. But what does he know? He does not know any comm locations at all, so the best he can do is, I don't know, snipe the air grid or something. I guess we'll have to see about that.
Also, there are major amounts of tele-defense in Gadgy Finger's bases, or base,
Yes.
as well as his air grid.
Gadgy Fingers has prepared tele-defense, and he has started a paragon. Well,
And so has Kelsa, or Kelsa has also built major amounts of tele-defense.
yes, Kelsa has built way too much T1 PD. That's definitely not gonna do much. Tallying in is not gonna do much. Also, he has half a Scathis, so that's gonna be something to keep an eye out for. And
That's also not gonna be the last one this game.
Jesus, what the fuck is this game?
You saw the fact that there's a paragon being built. How are you surprised?
Alright, fair point. I wasn't gonna expect it to finish, but also going by the fact that this team actually has air control, yeah, it's gonna finish. And yeah,
I don't know if it's gonna finish or not, but I definitely know that
Pyroka
there was
is
a lot of bombardment.
Pyroka is slowly losing his T3 land factories, with the navy of Inhibitor of Pain now sitting mostly uncontested, although the Big C tries his best to defend. It's not doing as much as he wished it would.
Yes, I got given the Yevsus as well to do so.
I figured as much. Either way, the Big C has decided attacking some production capabilities is a viable choice of dealing with this stuff, but apparently Bombard had other plans and almost can out repair the damage done to his T3 naval yard, but only almost. And with that, his T3 naval HQ goes down, as well as a T1 naval yard for Inhibitor of Pain. And now those Yatsus are steering to the south to try to
I
deal
accidentally
with...
selected all of them, so yeah.
Alright. To
They
try
are
to deal with
possible.
all this navy, but there's also quite a few Suis in there that don't care about those Yatsus at all. Now, those nuke subs, while not... they are actively building nukes, as you can see by the flickering of their progress bars, I think.
Yep.
while not actively nuking stuff, they are still missile launchers, so that's gonna be really annoying if Pyroka decides to let his advancing army of Othams and... Wait, Othams, Bouncers, and Bricks, and Rhinos. Alright. Stand still. Either way, this army is gonna encounter an army comprised entirely of
Strategic
bricks.
launch detected.
Also, I just realized Kelsa is now out-ecoing the entire South team.
And with that, I'm guessing the fate for the South team is sealed, as I'm guessing that was Patzik. Yep, who just tallied in for his tally snipe and died doing so without actually killing... Wait, no, he actually killed Bombard. Oh my god, Bombard didn't have tally defense.
No,
So-
he didn't.
So both just died to the tele snipe, and where the hell is that nuke? That nuke is going for... That nuke is landing. And there goes some quantum gateways and some other stuff. And Pyroka has decided now is the best time to build a Scathis. On the topic of Scathi, I can see a clear Scathis volley, so I'm guessing it either already fired 1 or 2 volleys, or this might be the first. Either way,
And there's a second one on the way already.
the
Or
Scathis
second Scathis.
for Kelsa has finished, and it's now pouring... It's now raining shells down onto Pyroka, who seems to be the sole to have the sole inheritance of 2 other bases. Jeez, I can't
With
talk.
South Navy now closing in as well, using
Yes,
the massive force of Suez.
yes. The strategy of going for Yassus to defend Navy was clearly and easily countered by just a Zui spam. As said before, Zuis don't care about torpedoes, so they can just move in without any opposition, and
They also don't really
Do
care
damage.
about battleships, to be fair.
yeah, since battleships are better at single target damage. Either way, apparently Inhibitor of Pain is getting splash damage and already has teleporter, so I'm guessing he's going the Seraphim tele snipe route, which I don't think you'd see that often, but also, oh geez, that's gonna be really annoying to deal with. And the first Suez have made landfall, all the while they are trying to be taken care of by
T1 bombers.
T1 bombers. Not very effectively, I might say. And there goes the Big C's base, going down under Scathis fire. Also, that Paragon is almost done at 4.1k HP out of 5k, so that's bad. And seemingly, while I wasn't looking, Pyroka has also lost quite a bit of his eco. Never had a chance after Galmo's death. Well, yeah, I kinda guess so, since he had to hold off land as well, but that's all a matter of eco managing, I guess, which is kinda really hard to do. And the nuke subs are moving in. I don't know if they are they are not loaded, in fact, but they are still missile launchers, so they will have quite a bit of damage potential, because there is still something to be shot at. For example, this little T2 Arty base that is now hastily building zappers, because, yeah, might be a good idea to dealing with those missiles, except for the fact that those are all Cybrin missiles, which I was right, they split into 3 other missiles.
Okay.
And the constant stream of Zuis is just still advancing on the Big C's base, slowly damaging his base. For example, just taking out his T3 HQ, And the Scathis is not helping things as well. With just... And there goes another bit of Pyroka's air grid. I think he's now... Well, he's back down to his 4 air factories.
Is the second Scathis done at that point already?
The second Scathis is... Alright, yeah, the second Scathis is in fact done. So now it's an even more dense rain of Scathis fire. With the third Scathis already at... Oh my god, it's already at 60%. The hell is going on here?
Probably done as well.
And the Pixie died. Well, at this point it's new for you as well. Also, the Paragon finished as well, so this is gonna be a shit show from now on, since Getchy Fingers now has over 10k eco at his disposal to just fuck over the enemy team. And I'd be damned if I say he doesn't use it well, but also he decided spam building T1 bombers was the right move, which... Sure.
To be fair, Aeon T1 bombers are scary.
Yeah, especially if they are streamed in out of... How many? Give me a second. 26. If they are streamed in out of 26 T3 air factories, it's definitely worth considering. Because that means there's just gonna be hundreds of them within a minute or so. So yes, this game is not going to last long with Pyroka as the last one alive, and he is now trying to reach the pond, but he is already surrounded by 60 restorers, and there he goes. And with that, I hope you enjoyed this cast. And yeah, maybe I will do casts more often, maybe not, we'll see. Either way, I hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you all next time. This also goes out to the stream, because this cast was streamed.